sorry.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Okay, I am all privileged to be among you this morning. I really appreciate it. This is my first visit to the United States, especially in New York. I was astonished. When I was at university, student, the embassy, the United States, the U.S. embassy, organized competition in writing. Okay, they said that the first one, if he has good writing, will get, some prize, books, etc. So, what is the topic at that time was, what is the most things the other people can know before understanding your country, etc. Okay, of course I was different. People, my classmate at that time, speak about, as Ines mentioned, monument, culture, these things we are accustomed to. But what I chose at that time, people. I told them that, you can go anywhere to see monument, but you have to understand those people who made this monument. First, you have to understand those people first. To hear from them, to listen to them, their daily life, how they behave, during their life, daily, and of course in the evening, as here, I saw that people are never sleep, always on the move. As we taught once, the Americans are always on the move. They never stay in one place. That's great. Okay, of course I was the winner because maybe I touched of course the American who organized that competition. But then
Mentor.
How? Yes, of course, you are my mentor, my teacher, but how? Maybe by accident. It's just fine. I heard about her from some friends. I saw her picture on Facebook, especially your famous book. I don't know her. I write, I comment. If only I would read this book.
Through the windows of my soul.
Yeah, this is it. And it's begun. From that on, she sent me her books. I read them. During discussion, chatting, she told me that you are a writer. Yes, I wrote, but in Arabic, in my mother tongue. I was a correspondent of some newspaper, talking about my route, the city where I live, problems we face, manifestation, protest, for teachers, union, etc. Some poetry in Arabic, but I never dreamed, I never know that I will write in another language, especially English, which I like very much. You know the problem we face concerning English is that we don't have people to whom we can communicate. We cannot speak. When we speak to people, we speak as we mentioned before, as we are reading. We are reading. It comes to me once I was speaking to a tourist. If you know, I am from Fez. She mentioned in Ina's presentation, Fez is considered a spiritual capital of Morocco, where the first university built. Many tourists visit this country, this city. When I speak to them, at the time I spoke to those people, American, British, they say, you didn't commit error in grammar. Your sentences are accurate, Okay, as if you are reading a book. So this is the problem. Okay, first, I spoke to, okay, during discussion, I find it difficult for me to understand what you are saying. Pronunciation differ. It's not that I was taught in my classroom, especially when you are taught, you receive education from not a native speaker, but from a Moroccan teacher. So you know that at that time, Moroccan teacher, if you want to be a Moroccan teacher, you have to go to, especially to Great Britain, and you go to Glasgow, to Scotland. There, they have different pronunciation. Maybe to Ireland, maybe to somewhere to England. At least England have what we call received pronunciation standard. Okay, concerning writing, we write well. Anyway, we can express ourselves in writing, but when we speak and listen to other native speakers, we find it difficult. Okay, these obstacles, luckily, okay, I try to okay, of course, thanks to Lynn. Now, concerning writing, okay, she paved the way, she paved the path, you can say, too. She showed me techniques, how to write, how to feel, okay, before writing. Okay, but I was hard. Maybe self-confidence lacked at that time. But I have self-esteem. And I am a bit arrogant. And like in French we say, têtu means stubborn.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yes, as we all. But what I like in Lynn is that she is always patient with me. She never forsake me. Oh my God, why did you forsake me? As Jesus Christ said. But you didn't. The first book, Grapes of Anger, okay, was my first, okay, has been our first book, okay, to see the light. I write it, okay, through, okay, my childhood, because I had a hard childhood. My father, my mother, illiterate, never sent to school. We were being brought up by chance. We were in a neighborhood, nice neighborhood, because when we went out as kids, we can eat in our neighbor, we can sleep in another neighbor, no problem, and our parents never worried. Why? Because they know that we have, but we don't have that. We had a good, peaceful neighborhood, even if they are very poor and in the same poverty. They collaborate. Okay, they love each other. They help each other, even if they have nothing to give. At least emotionally, they assist you. Okay, I have 7 brothers and sisters. Poor family. My father was a soldier. My late father was a soldier. He spent his life with the French army not fighting for his country. After that long boy, yeah. And after he retired, as if he never worked with the neglect. Okay, French government neglected him. Okay, of course he died. Why? Of negligence. The only way was before us to follow. Me and my brother and sister is education. We have to study. This is the only way if you want to save your life. In my country at that time, not now, different. Okay, we studied from void, from nothing. We start from nothing. Okay, I told you, okay, I have no complexity to show that sometimes I borrow shoes to go to school. or to take some books of my friend who had, for example, studied French, and go out and take the same book to go, okay, to the class. And yet, okay, through endurance, suffering, okay, at least I have my my back academy. Thank God, the government, when you go to university, the government will give you some money to follow, at least to buy you the books, the references you need. Okay, so that problem for me, just to have $10 in 2 months, it's good. Okay, you book second-hand books, of course, and okay, we labor, we toil till I had my BA in English linguistics. Okay, you know that French is the most dominant language. Okay, it is dominant in Morocco. We studied French at the age of 6 years old. But English we studied at the age of 17 years old. It's at the secondary, what we call secondary or high school. And yet, I see that English at that time is a gateway to the world. It's not a door, but it's a gateway, it's a visa. We have some textbooks called Gateway to English, to the world. Visa to the world means that if you study English, it's open many horizons in front of you. And this was what it happened. So I followed my studies at university. I chose linguistics. Why? Because few students choose this branch, and and the others go to literature. Linguistics for me was not because I like linguistics, but because we will study in a small group of 20 students. But if I went to literature, I will have thousands of students studying this branch. And of course, when you study linguistics, especially option English, you can be a teacher of English. Okay, why? Because you study applied linguistics, you study what we call linguistics. Of course, we have social linguistics, etc. Okay, this is the step which leads me to be a teacher of English as a foreign language. Activities start, okay, with Moroccan teachers of English, of course, but they were not serious. Okay, they just they got grants, for example, but they don't put it as they put it in their pocket, just to buy some books here from there. They say that they want this. The second association I like very much is the association adopted by U.S. Embassy with Access Program in Scholarship. This is very fantastic. It is about students, okay, who are needy, but they don't have money to. They study English, but they want more from this English. On the condition that it should belong to low social classes, very poor, and they must love English. So, Access Program, or we call it a RELO, provide them with books, very beautiful books. I'll give you the name, either Inspiration, Macmillan 1 and 2, or Mega 1. The students, we have 4 hours on Sunday, 4 hours a day. We have 2 hours of courses and 2 hours of activities. Okay, you can say plays, drama. Inas was one of them. And after that, and let's make things better, is the coming of Lynn's Kids Foundation. Lynn's Kids Foundation for the first time, for me it was not clear. okay, what can I do with them? Am I going to deal with kids of 6 and 7, but they don't know English yet, they don't study English yet? Or am I going to deal with my kids I teach the age of 40, 50, 60? Since English is important in this, especially the big issues you tackle every day, I think that those kids should benefit from both, from learning this universal language, and by this language or through this language they have to open windows to those issues you tackle, because we don't have this. So this is how we start. The first camp in Qebensah, you see, abbreviation, you see, FBS. Okay, that's for humor. Okay, of course, all our teaching, our studying is through humor. Okay, you have to make fun, because our slogan, our motto is still, we say to the student, you think, you read, write, you speak, and have fun. Why? Okay. Why? Because if you visit a classroom, you will see the first thing you find is silence. Silence reigns in the classroom corners. Who is speaking? Only the teacher. Not speaking, just ordering. Shut up. Close your book. Open the door. And the student obey. There is no interaction between student and teachers. But thank God, and I assure you that only the English teachers who are open to the students, I don't know why. And this is still secret. Because other teachers, for example, Arabic, French, Islamic studies, they say, how do you do to your students to behave like that? Okay, we say, hi, good morning, teacher. For example, when we meet in the street, hi, teacher, good morning, good afternoon, etc. But the same teacher, if they meet Arabic teacher, they won't speak to him. They serve the teacher and teacher. Okay, we don't. We are, as we say, cool with our students. We consider them as friends, colleagues. Why not? Because we are, and we were kids too. And even we are adults, there is still a child inside of us. Okay, we want to play too. Okay, I spend many times with Ziad playing PlayStation, for example. Why? Because I've never seen PlayStation in my childhood. Okay? So I have to share with him what he likes, even as an adult. So the secret of making kids successful in life, especially, here I see in your school yesterday, no problem. You have this interaction, smiling, the kids is going around the classroom, taking water. Can you take a bottle of water in the class in Morocco? Oh, it will last day of your life. It's hard. I don't know why. And especially those teachers of Arabic, Islamic studies, geography and history, they are not known. And I am not known too, in your point of view. But English teachers are nice with their kids. French teachers are a bit, they feel that kind of aristocracy, or they are transcendental or something like that. Yes, as if they are not working on the earth. Okay, and I appreciate the teachers of philosophy. They are very, very nice. Very nice, but unfortunately they don't know English. Yes, this is what I told them, but next year I will teach them English. We will start doing evening classes for them. Okay, John, free. Okay, John, colleague, because because I used to study philosophy too. Okay, so I know that the majority of philosophers were English, either native. Okay, they speak English, write in English. And by the way, the first book I read, it was about John Dewey, the pragmatist, the American one, and of course, you know, short stories, American short stories. I know them by heart. Your famous Faulkner, and the last and not the least, Dan Brown.
He loves Dan Brown.
Yeah, Dan Brown. I love Dan Brown very much. Da Vinci Code is my philosophy. Okay, I'm trying to check now the camp in Fredensala. Fredensala is a small city. Okay, you can see it is under construction now. Okay, they are trying to make ways, we have double ways. It's not highways, just trying to make it. Why? Because that guy, the king, the new king we have, are starting giving serious and strict order that our country should face what is coming. Okay, I'm not going to be like it. So this is the problem of Morocco. If something is not ordered by the king, nothing will be done. So the king, that's why she said, Ines, if there is something wrong in the government, he must interfere. And be sure that all the people of Morocco loves this new king. The ex-king was a bit, there is dictatorship, there is tyranny, but this one is totally different to the extent that he didn't want to be king. But according to culture, to tradition, and you know that we have 14 centuries of monarchy in Morocco. It's not new. It is very old. And the first capital was mentioned by Ines was Fez. It was first capital of Morocco. And of course she mentioned also before, you give me 3 words. Morocco at that time in 1777, it was the only or the first country to recognize the independence of the United States. This is an honor for us too. To be the first to recognize, and the only country who tried to help to protect the merchant ship of the United States at that time from pirates. On the what we call the Atlantic Ocean at that time was called the dark oceans or the dark seas, because nobody can go because of those pirates who, like in Somalia now. This is another point I didn't mention to you. Somalia, the people of Somalia now are surviving how? By piracy. They pirate ships, like in old age. Okay. To return, as Herman Melville say in his famous book, you don't know, Billy Bat Sailor. To return, my camp in Ibn Salah, a small city under construction. The idea came, and this idea, I have no plan. I've never planned for my lessons. I have never planned for anything, for my speech, just just talking. As we see in Arabic, just have words in your mouth and put out. Poetry. First of all, of course, you are resistant or hesitant first. What am I going to present to my kids? And which kind of kids I am going to choose? I am not going to kids who I want them to invite them. So, I start with my own students, or student I teach. Ines was one of my students. I don't know how to give kids to their fathers to teach. Because you know that a father is a never good teacher. This is obvious. So we start with the first day. We present. Of course. By the way, Lynn was with us virtually, Skype.
It's wonderful. It's absolutely
yeah.
fabulous.
Okay, we tackled the issue of diversity, how to respect the other's culture, not to impose yours or to prefer yours to the other. We talk about, okay, of course, respect is the only, the only way you can survive in this world. We are not going to I can express well. We are trying to look for what is common in us, to unify us, not to look for differences or, paradoxical behavior to separate us. So we are looking for what it can be. This is one. LKF can unite the kids. First, unite us as adults, as monitors, counselors, advisors, and through us, those kids. This is why I took my daughter with us, just to give example that this is my daughter. Okay, she is mine, and you can. Okay, and she never traveled. Okay, she never traveled by plane. So if you ask someone in Morocco, can you take your, especially daughter, you have the difference boy and girls. Can you take your daughter 16 years? Okay, in United States 16 years for you is something. Okay, it's mature. Okay, she can depend on herself, but there, okay, here when people, some of our colleagues here saw her, she says 16 years, oh, impossible, she looks 10 or 9. Okay, but I want to say that if you ask a Moroccan, can you take your daughter with you to America, 8 hours flight? Impossible, you cannot. But I took the risk to bring my daughter, even the family, why are you going to America? You are still young, you are not healthy, strong enough to bear. But you know me, I neglect this empty speech. Okay, the first topic was diversity. We talk about the respect of others' opinion. Not more, okay, of the overseas especially, because we have problems, really problems to be solved. It's misunderstanding. Okay, when you say American, I told to my daughter, I told her, look at New York. New York is not only hip hop. Look, people working, they don't sleep. That's why it is New York.
That's right.
Yeah. In Morocco, if you go, you will be dismayed. People are always sitting in cafes. Okay, they are working. Teachers, for example, okay, civil service, but they don't. When they are free, cafe, sitting down for hours. Not for just to have a cup of coffee, no. To chat, okay, gossiping maybe even, empty, nothing, just wasting time, as we say, killing the time, to kill. Where are you going? To the cafe. Why? To kill the time. Means that they have nothing to do. Okay, go to school from 8 to midday, after, come back to school.